Sophie, our ABC, we talked about their BBC, our ABC, also state-funded, also supposedly meant to be biased, excuse me while unbiased, impartial, excuse me while I laugh. It's been caught out by you. You gave me the tip. It's been caught out preaching politics to teenagers behind their parents' back. They've been selling The Voice to teenagers through a program called BTN, Behind the News, which is aimed at schools and kids. Here's just one example from the show. I could give you many, but here's just one that I think is quite extraordinary because it contains, by my count, 3 or 4 falsehoods. Have a listen to this.
How would the referendum affect non-Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples?
The short answer is this referendum likely won't affect the lives of non-Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. The Voice will only advise the government on policies that directly affect Indigenous Australians, but it aims to close the gap and create a more equal Australia. Things like improving the life expectancy of Indigenous Australians, employment rates, and helping kids and teenagers finish school and find jobs. And that's good for everyone.
It sounds so nice and harmless, and how could anyone be against it? What do you make of that?
Can I just point out, Andrew, this show, BTN, goes into primary schools as well. It's not just secondary schools. They're targeting very young children with what I would say is propaganda. This is not the case that it will not affect non-Indigenous people, and I don't think they're providing a real snapshot. They're making this sound all fluffy, all wonderful, how wonderful, we should all go along with this. And I think that's concerning when this is filtering into classrooms at our expense. Oh, it's all fluffy puppies and little ducklings, the ABC. In fact, it will affect non-Indigenous Australians because it'll probably hold up, there's a lot of experts say, hold up the workings of Parliament. It'll divide us by race. It'll stoke tensions. That affects us all. We'll also pay for it, everyone, so that'll affect us. It says it'll only advise on matters directly affecting Aborigines. No, it won't. That's not in the legislation at all, in the constitutional thing that you'll be voting on. Check for yourself. It'll provide a more equal Australia. What, by dividing Australians? And lastly, it says, it's just going to work on life expectancy and things like, school attendance. Oh no, the architects of this thing, what have they said? But if you were watching that as a child, you would think this is a wonderful thing. There was only a small part in that video, 6-7 minutes, which explained the no side. So I think it's concerning that this stuff has been put in through schools and we're teaching our kids that yes is the way to go.